Shannon Strength. Here we go. Week number 8 for body number 1. It's my accessory overhead day. Just did push press out of the rack. I did both log and axle. So I had 2 racks set up today. This is kind of my pyramid warm-up scheme. I kind of jumped in here and started taping or filming. So it's a 150 log press overhead for 6. I'd already done 120 for 8 and empty 90 pounds for 10. Still playing with these safeties. They're kind of short, but they're big, just big enough for the log. And what exact height to put them at, that's probably the good height where I've got them. I lower them for my top set, and I screwed up. I could have got my top set if I hadn't lowered them. Who knows? You live, you learn. I'll try next week on my top set again. I still got a little time for this competition. I got 3 weeks. So we'll see how far I get. Hey, if I can just get the first 2, 3, 4 implements, be great. If I can get all 6, fantastic. Overhead ladders are not my favorite kind of event. Overhead pressing, period, is not my favorite event. So I moved on to the axle, which is just 1 rack over. 155, did a set of 6 here. And really, I'm finding with my axle press, it's my timing. Later on, you'll see that later in the video, my top set. I've lost some body fat during this whole thing, which was intentional. Haven't been eating any calories. I feel like I've maintained most of my muscle. Do plan to go up on calories though next 3 weeks. Kind of back to my maintenance diet after this cut. So pretty straightforward set of 6. That left arm still lags behind, and it does. It still hurts the back of my neck. When I take the tension off, it really hurts the back of my neck. You kind of seen that in my face there. And again, here we go. This is 180 for 4. Last week I did a 4x4 with 175. So, typically I would have done like a 3x3 this week with some kind of weight. But where I was doing both log and axle together this week. Last week I just kind of did some singles with the axle at the end as an afterthought. So this week I kind of dedicated work to both implements. So I really didn't feel the need to do a 3x3. And also did some accessory work after this. I didn't film. I did some, so here we go. Again, that left arm kind of lags behind. Pretty even there. Look good. That looked good. Really, the last three reps look great. It's just finding that timing and getting that dip and translating that power from my dip into my drive into the implement, and just keeping my elbows up really and my head back. It's difficult. The heavier it gets, the harder it gets. All right, here we go. Axle out of the rack. 185. Set of 4. Pretty equal on those two as well. Again, I did my external rotation warm-ups earlier. I think those really help. A little lag in that left arm there. And also, as I mentioned, I did some accessory work after this. After all said and done, I did a bunch of deltoid work. Just lateral raises, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 25 pounds. Then did some cable laterals. 3 sets of those, about 20 pounds of tension on the cable. Now here's 210, total fail. I gave it a couple whirls. I'd lowered the safeties down, and I think I couldn't get it where I really wanted it. I was afraid they were too high before, and now I think they're too low, so I'd rather them be too high. Yeah, it's kind of lurching me forward. It just pulled me all out of sorts. Just did not have good position on it. And I give it one more crack. Because I really think it was just a positional issue. I got 205 this past weekend with the clean and a press and the log ladder. So I think the 210 is in there, but I'm pretty super tired by this point in the lift too. So I got one more try and I called it. All right, yeah, that's it for log. I'm retiring it for the day. All right, now move on to my axle. This is my top set on the axle. And I'm thrilled with this. This is 215. And it took me 3 dips, but I finally get it, and this tells me it's a timing issue. It's not, the strength is there. It's just sinking it. See, super close. Close again. Kind of tired. Finally nailed it. It's just getting that momentum and translating it over. All right, guys. Peace out. That's all I got.